Welcome to Flekar and Inspire, the channel where the spotlight isn't just on fame, but on moments that matter. Here, we break down the powerful confrontations, emotional interviews, and unexpected twists that reveal the real people behind the celebrities. If you believe in dignity, truth, and standing tall no matter the pressure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a story that hits deeper than headlines. Now let's dive into one of the most powerful moments of 2025. The day Denzel walked out of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. It was the kind of evening that promised calm. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert had been running light that week. No political jokes, no loud musical guests, no viral stunts. Just one simple guest was booked to close out the Friday night slot, Denzel Reynolds. Not to be confused with any other star, Denzel Reynolds was a quiet force in Hollywood. A seasoned actor with class, poise, and an almost mythical ability to transform into any role without needing to shout about it. He just completed a project titled The Weight of Silence, an introspective film about a wrongfully imprisoned school teacher, exploring themes of injustice, hope, and the silence society forces upon some people. It was not a commercial movie. It was not designed for awards. It was designed for truth. The network had been eager to get Denzel onto a major late-night platform to promote the film. His team had chosen The Late Show specifically for its reputation of depth mixed with humor. Stephen Colbert, after all, was known for balancing wit with wisdom. Or so it seemed. Friday night, the audience cheered, the lights shimmered, the band played a jazzy tune as Stephen Colbert walked onto stage with his usual grin. "Ladies and gentlemen, my guest tonight is an actor's actor," Colbert announced. "He's a man of few words, but every one of them feels like scripture. Please welcome Denzel Reynolds." Applause thundered as Denzel walked onto the stage. He wore a simple black turtleneck, gray slacks, and an expression of quiet attentiveness. The initial banter went smoothly. Stephen joked about Denzel's calm demeanor, and Denzel smiled politely, offering short but thoughtful answers. They discussed the new film, its themes, its emotional core, the challenge of embodying such quiet rage on screen. But then the conversation took a turn. Stephen smirked and pulled a card from beneath his desk. "All right, let's spice this up a little," he said. "We've got a segment here called Silent but Serious. We'll show a photo of a serious actor looking dramatic, and you tell us what you think they're really thinking." The screen behind them lit up with over-the-top photos of dramatic acting poses. The audience laughed. Denzel remained still. Stephen chuckled. "Come on, Denzel, give us something. Even a guy as serious as you has to find this funny." Denzel's tone didn't change. This isn't what I came here for." Stephen leaned back, clearly taken aback. "Oh, no offense, man. Just trying to lighten things up a bit." Denzel sat forward slightly. "Let me ask you something, Stephen. When's the last time you had someone on this show to talk about mass incarceration, and actually let the conversation breathe?" Colbert blinked. "Well, I think we've had politicians and activists." "No, I'm asking you," Denzel continued calmly. "When's the last time you sat across from someone who poured a piece of their soul into a film about the prison system and let them speak without making it a sketch?" The room grew silent. Stephen tried to smile it off. "Hey, I'm not mocking your film. I think it's great. We just like to have fun with our guests." "Right," Denzel replied. "And that's the problem." His voice didn't rise. His hands didn't move. But the words cut through the theater like glass. The real stories, about silence, about people thrown away by society, about the kind of justice that doesn't trend online, they don't fit in between punchlines, do they? Colbert cleared his throat, unsure how to respond. The audience was no longer sure whether to laugh or listen. Denzel continued. "You invited me here to talk about the weight of silence. That's what I agreed to. Not to play games, not to make light of pain. You want to joke, fine. But you don't get to do it with someone else's truth on the table." Stephen leaned forward, his tone shifting slightly. "Denzel, it's late-night television. You have to understand the format. And you have to understand that not everyone's story fits your format," Denzel said, rising from his chair. There was a stunned gasp from the audience. Stephen tried to keep it together. "Are you walking out?" Denzel removed his mic gently. "I'm walking out with dignity. And when your show is ready for a real conversation, call me." He walked off stage. No dramatic slam, no shouting, just silence. A silence more powerful than any viral soundbite. The show cut to commercial in a flurry of panic. Producers rushed around backstage, trying to recover what just happened. But it was already too late. Clips of the moment hit the internet within minutes. Twitter exploded. YouTube thumbnails appeared with titles like, "Denzel Reynolds shuts down Colbert in viral interview walkout. A masterclass in grace, why Denzel left the late show. Colbert crosses the line, and Denzel responds with class." While some fans initially accused Denzel of overreacting, a growing wave of viewers began to see the deeper truth. He wasn't being dramatic, he was drawing a line. A line between performance and purpose. The next day, Denzel released a statement. "Greater than we are living in a time where silence is weaponized. My film isn't entertainment, it's a mirror. I came to share something that matters. And when it became clear the table wasn't set for that, I chose to leave. Not out of anger, but out of respect, for myself, for the message, and for those who no longer get to speak." The internet lit up again. Celebrities, activists, and everyday viewers began discussing what Denzel called truth fatigue, the way media filters serious issues through comedy and distraction until their weight is lost. Other actors began speaking up too. One wrote, "I've laughed through too many interviews while hiding the pain behind the story. What Denzel did was brave." Another said, "We all want to be heard. Most of us are just too scared to walk out when we're not." Even Colbert, 3 nights later, returned to the moment on air. He sat at his desk with a somber expression. "I want to say something about Friday night," he began. "Denzel Reynolds is a man of integrity. He came here to speak about something heavy, and I didn't create the space for that. I tried to fit him into the format, and in doing so, I failed to hear him. It wasn't an apology wrapped in sarcasm. It was honest. I talk for a living," Colbert continued. "But maybe the best lesson is knowing when to shut up and listen." The audience applauded. It didn't fix everything, but it mattered. Denzel didn't return to the show. He didn't need to. Instead, he focused on independent press, community screenings of The Weight of Silence, and intimate QA sessions that let the audience reflect rather than react. The film found new life, not through ads, but through word of mouth. Through real conversation. And the moment on The Late Show became part of a broader movement, a push for realness in media, dignity in dialogue, and the right to walk away when respect is missing. Because sometimes silence says more than any headline. And walking out doesn't mean defeat, it means refusing to shrink just to fit the room. If this story resonated with you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Flekar and Inspire. We bring you the real moments, the raw emotions, and the power behind the people you think you know. Until next time, stay true, stay grounded, and never be afraid to stand tall when the world sits low.